Alright, man, welcome back to another True Crime Reaction. Today we got When Cops Realize They're Going to Jail. Yeah, I think the title kind of speaks for itself, so, like always, let's not waste any time and just get right into this one, man. Nope, stop. Viewer discretion is advised. The following is pretty disturbing for a certain set of the audience, and, continue at your own risk, man.
There are countless examples of corrupt, evil, and even criminal cops. But what happens to cops who actually get caught? These are 4 examples of cops who realize they're...
Wait. Oh my god, this guy got 260 years? Holy shit. Bro, what the fuck did they do?
Starting with Tyler Moody, who was about to get the shock of his life after being brought into the interrogation room.
Have you offered your resignation or not?
I can keep my job and no.
Well, you can't keep your job, okay?
An inmate charged with murder was discovered with a mobile phone and charger. When questioned, Tyler immediately folded and confessed to what he'd done. He expected to just get fired, but he was about to discover providing contraband comes with a much bigger punishment.
With every citizen, we have the privilege to serve, and you've betrayed the trust of the brave and selfless men and women that you worked alongside for nearly 3 years.
Fuck yeah, I love how this guy's just like full, like, this is America, brother, and you fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is great.
At this moment, you're under arrest.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
A cell phone into a correctional facility. That's a 3rd-degree felony.
Providing a prisoner with a mobile phone carries a sentence of 1 year in prison.
It carries a sentence of minimum 1 year. This is 1 to 5 years, so you could get 5 years.
And that's exactly where Tyler is right now, serving it in exactly the same place that he used to patrol as a cop.
No shot.
Tyler, Stephanie Lazarus didn't get off.
Wait, no shot. But he's in the same prison? I wonder if he's got, like... Oh, he's probably in, like, good with the guys now, because, like, he got busted for helping them, you know what I'm saying? I guarantee he's in good with whatever gang he was trying to help.
Nearly as
That's
easy.
wild.
Now you're accusing me of this? Is that what you're saying?
After decades of investigations, DNA evidence revealed that Stephanie was very likely the culprit of a murder committed in 1986.
We watched this one, I'm pretty sure. I think this was a JCS one.
Because of the high-stakes nature of the case, the detectives made sure to meticulously plan this interrogation. Stephanie was a really successful detective herself, and she had recently received recommendations for her good work on a theft case. So the detectives used this, and brought her in under the guise that they needed help with a case.
I don't want to talk about this in the squadron because I don't know who people are listening. And if we go to my side, everybody's always wondering what everybody else is doing. Okay?
An interrogation room is a strange place for such a conversation to take place, so to put her mind at ease, detectives told her this was the place they'd least be likely to be overheard, as the case details were strictly confidential. Sherry Rasmussen's body had been found at her home after being shot 3 times. At the time, police suspected the murder was a result of a burglary gone wrong, but the case went cold when they couldn't identify the suspect. However, 23 years later, when revisiting the case, detectives found evidence that led them towards Stephanie, a girl who had been trapped in a love triangle with Sherry and her husband, John Rutten. So the detectives decided to bring up John's name to see how she'd react.
Were you guys friends, close friends?
Yeah, we're very close friends. I mean, what's this all about?
It's a case we're working on and it involves John, and in there's notes and stuff that he knew you and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, we were good friends. Lived in the dorms for 2 years.
Was there ever any relationship or anything that developed between you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we dated. You know, I mean, what's this all about?
Well, it's related
this one's fucking interesting.
His wife.
This one's mad interesting, bruh.
Both the detectives and Stephanie have tried to seem as friendly and relaxed as possible around each other, but Stephanie is obviously starting to get very anxious at this point. Even though the detectives gave a somewhat believable excuse, she is now in an interrogation room faced by 2 detectives being questioned about a girl she supposedly murdered 20 years earlier. Her breathing has become faster, and her language is defensive, and her movements have become more erratic.
And you're right.
I mean, if you guys are claiming that I'm a suspect, then, you know, I got a problem with, with that. Okay? So, you know, if you're doing this as an interrogation, you're saying, hey, I'm a suspect. Well, now I got a problem with, now you're accusing me of this? Is that what you're saying?
obviously
Bruh.
all the DNA stuff and things.
And this is, my camera's covering it right now. Here, I can move real quick. This is an hour in. An hour into the interrogation. Holy shit.
Nature that, gets done on cases nowadays. If we asked you for a DNA swab, would you be willing to give us one?
Maybe. Because now
Because
I'm thinking I probably need to talk to a lawyer.
Stephanie
Yeah.
chooses to provide DNA evidence, hoping her willingness to help out would ultimately prove her innocence. But
Isn't best case scenario for all of them just to not say anything and get a lawyer? Because if they're questioning you, right, and they're asking you about certain things, they don't know, right? Then they don't really have anything, or else if they 100% had you, they wouldn't even question you about it, correct? So like their best option would be to just shut the fuck up, don't say anything, and get a lawyer.
unfortunately for her, just 5 minutes later, the detectives decide they've heard enough and put her in cuffs.
Got her
Months
ass.
later, after a long and arduous trial, a decision was made by the jury.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Stephanie Eileen Lazarus, guilty of the crime of murder of Sherry Rasmussen.
Woo!
We further find the murder was of the first degree.
Stephanie was sentenced to 27 years in prison after being hit with a single felony charge of first-degree murder.
Wait, first degree murder and you get 27 years? What the fuck? She's gonna get out. Hello? What, am I missing something? First degree murder. And you get 27 years. What the fuck am I missing?
Sherry Rasmussen. We further find the murder was of the first degree.
Stephanie was sentenced to 27 years in prison after being hit with a single felony charge of first-degree murder. But to this next cop, Jalen Fleer, a single felony charge
Oh my god. Dude, I've seen a couple of these.
looks like child's
I
play.
don't remember them, but I remember their fucking face. I remember that last bitch's face. I remember this motherfucker's face. I don't remember the cases though.
Can I ask, is this something I should have lawyers on?
In April 2020,
Nah,
San
you
Diego
don't need
police
lawyers,
received
bro.
tips
Just
that
talk
a
to
man had
us.
been engaging in with a local child. 2 months of investigation
And he
led
was
direct-
he was in the ew, bro, and he was a fucking cop, homie. Come
directly
on,
to Jalen
bruh.
and a mountain of questions that desperately
That's mad
needed
wild.
answering.
So, I know that I
This was in
have a lot to
2020.
delve
My
into,
camera's
but
covering
I
it, but it's
really
2020.
want to get to know you first, if you don't mind.
definitely.
Okay. So, I'm gonna lean back and get comfortable. Just because. Are you comfortable? Do you want to take off
I'm
your
good.
duty belt?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your upbringing?
Yeah, so I will ask what this is about.
Yeah, so we're looking into some allegations that were made. We're kind of, it started with a Crime Stopper report, so we're just kind of
Okay.
going from there. We did receive a picture that, when we looked into it, it looks similar to you. So I don't know if
Yeah.
you can take a look at the picture and just tell me if you've seen this picture before.
No way, this is the only picture they have. They want to show them the only evidence, right? They have to have multiple things. They're just showing this picture to see if they can get a confession right off rip, I would assume.
I have like 15 million things here.
Yeah, 15 million pictures of yo ass fucking up, buddy. Yeah, you're going to jail, son.
Okay.
As soon as the allegations are brought up, Jalen becomes visibly stressed. He leans forward tentatively in his chair, clasps his hands together softly, and clenches his jaw. It's obvious he's worried about whatever he's about to be shown. The detectives have made it clear that he is not currently being detained and is free to leave at any time.
Damn.
However, she is making a noticeable effort to make him feel relaxed, using a bubbly and friendly persona to put him at ease.
So this picture right here.
Yeah, that's definitely me. I'm the gross one.
Okay. So this picture right here. How old were you when it was taken?
I don't know, 20?
20? Okay, cool. That makes it very easy. So as far as the picture, so this photo came up in connection with some allegations about you communicating with a younger female on Snapchat.
Okay. Can I ask, is this something I should have lawyers on?
Jalen is starting to see more
Nah,
and more
you don't need
stressed.
lawyers.
He begins
Nah, you don't need no lawyers. Let's just continue the conversation, buddy.
to sway in his chair more and becomes more closed off with his answers. But the pressure he's feeling now is nothing compared to what the detective is about to lay on him.
Oh,
So,
here we go.
This, like I said, this photo was sent to this person, so they were in possession of it, and we can't find any connection or reason why this photo would end up with this particular person if it wasn't shared by someone you may know or yourself.
I agree, yeah. she would share that. So.
Well,
My wife?
If it wasn't shared by someone you may know or yourself.
I agree. Yeah. My wife would have done it.
My wife wouldn't have done it. Okay.
So I don't want to know why she would share that. So.
Well, along with the photo came some additional information about your personal life.
Okay.
And based on some of the information you shared with me today, it seems to add up.
Okay.
Oh
The account
shit,
that shared
son.
the photo and the information was called J178211, a seemingly random selection of numbers, until you realized that 17 was his college baseball jersey number, 82 was his high school jersey number, and 2011 was the year he graduated in.
Aw,
If this
shit.
account was operated by a so-called enemy of Jay, they'd sure done their research.
Jay, I'll be very honest.
They
I
got
like-
his ass, son.
Yeah. No.
They
never
got
heard
his
it,
ass.
Okay. Have you ever shared any images of your with anyone?
Ah,
And how many times would you say you've done it?
this motherfucker, bruh. Chat. Now, if you don't know this, okay, that is not a good thing to do, okay? I should probably look in the camera when it says. If you don't know that, that is not a good thing to do, man. Alright? Alright? Just, I mean, it's pretty common sense, in my opinion, but I feel like it should be said right now. You know what I mean?
Did you ever share
Like,
any videos
what?
of you having
Dude.
with anyone?
Wait.
Oh, this motherfucker's
No, I've always
wild.
had personal videos of me and my wife. That was it. And my ex actually had one, but.
Jalen then rightly decides that he's already answered enough of the detective's questions and asks him for a lawyer.
You're
However,
already buried,
unfortunately for him, he's quickly handed a search warrant, allowing the police to seize
You're
DNA, his
already
phone, and his
buried,
car.
son.
Police used this to gather a mountain of evidence against Jalen and, just a few weeks later, turned himself in. Jalen was charged with 20 felonies, including engaging in lewd acts with children under the age of 14.
Got his ass. 20 felonies. They hit him with the book, son. Fuck yes. Oh my god.
Jalen and
Holy
just a few weeks
shit.
later turned himself in.
They hit his
Jalen was
ass with
charged
the
with
book.
20 felonies, including engaging in lewd acts with children under the age of 14, pandering children under 16, and engaging in the child under the age of 16. A few months later, he was sentenced to 12 years in prison. But this disturbing act doesn't even compare to the atrocities that
Okay. $12 years? How'd they hit him? Dude. Now I know why they hit him with so many felonies, bruh. Because they needed to stack up years, man. They, oh my god, that's, how the fuck you only get 12 years? Dude, that is egregious. That is mad egregious, man. And this next guy's got 260. I'm not even prepared to hear what the fuck this guy has. Jesus
But
Christ.
this disturbing act doesn't even compare to the atrocities that Daniel Holtzclaw committed. Daniel was brought in for interrogation after a report came in that he'd made an unlawful traffic stop and forced the female driver to remove her clothing and perform on him. What detectives didn't know was that this was just one of dozens of other crimes that Daniel would find himself accused of.
So we have no misunderstanding because
Bro,
maybe I didn't
what
plan on some
in
things.
the
I want
actual
you to-
fuck?
You turn in your activity card, walk me through it all again.
Turn in my activity card, I leave out station, turn off my computer, done for the night, head left to go westbound on 50th from Prospect. About a block down, I see a Grand Prix in the outside lane. I was in the inside lane. Directly in front of me, car swerved. At that time, I kind of fall behind of it. Lincoln, I didn't want to light it up at the stop sign, so I waited till it go forward and just lit it up just to the west. And then that's when I made a traffic stop.
Daniel recounts his version of events from that night. Cops said that he didn't report on the stop dispatch, run a records check on the driver, or even let them know that he just logged off for the
Bro, that is this case is this one is horrifying. What the actual fuck, bro?
night. But Daniel just explains that everything happened so fast he just forgot to do all of that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
made the traffic stop off the grid. However, Daniel doesn't seem 100% sure while recounting this evening. He takes unusually long breaks between statements and speaks in incomplete sentences. The true reality of
he's completely
cases is that it's almost usually impossible to get a conviction as long as there was no video or photo evidence of the event. The victim barely ever has any ability to prove that the suspect did what they did, as in most places, they are innocent until proven guilty. This is likely why this turned out to be one of 36 charges eventually brought against Daniel, each more disgusting than the last.
CSI is processing your car right now.
Right.
And when we stepped out, they found some pubic hairs right in here. Could they be yours?
No, that's not. I didn't do anything right there.
Did she?
No.
But do you think they could be?
No, it's not. No. Nothing of mine.
Your pubes couldn't be?
No.
Right there?
No.
You seem a little extra.
Bro, this shit is fucking wild. Holy shit.
You talked about seeing her boobies.
Dude, why are you letting blur that, please?
You sure
or
she just
whatever the
didn't
fuck.
flash you?
I can't. She did not. I don't want to say I can't recall, but I'm pretty positive she didn't flash.
When I see a pair of titties.
She went like this, but nothing as far as I'm going like crazy looking.
Lifting the shirt.
No, this whole situation and
it's kind of scary.
It is scary, and I don't want my rep to be. Everything's about.
Oh yeah. You're fucked, buddy. Yeah, you're.
Law enforcement are
It's over for you, homie.
I know that, but everything's about your rep.
Absolutely.
And I don't want this to fall on my rep.
Unfortunately for Daniel, though, this absolutely would affect his
Absolutely
rep, as the DNA tests on the hair found in the car came back as a perfect match, and statements given by his girlfriend directly contradicted his story. So after the interrogation, he was placed on administrative leave, but just 2 months later, 12 more women came forward with claims, and he was subsequently arrested.
Verdict, count 1, battery. Defendant is guilty of the crime of battery and set punishment at 8 years. Count 2, procuring lewd exhibition. Not guilty of the crime of procuring lewd exhibition. Count 3, burglary in the first degree. Defendant is not guilty of the crime of burglary in the first degree, nor lesser included. Count 4, procuring lewd exhibition. Defendant is guilty of the crime of procuring lewd exhibition, and punishment is set at 5 years.
Daniel was found guilty on 18 of the 36 charges and sentenced to 263 years in prison without the possibility of parole.
Holy fuck! Dude! I mean, 260 years, he's gone. Thankfully, he's gone, but holy shit, 18... Bro. And that's only 18. There was a total of 36, and they... Holy shit, bro. What the fuck did I just watch? That was insane. Oh my god. Wow. Well, yeah, they're... Hopefully they never even see daylight again. Jesus fucking Christ. Yo, hey, make sure to go subscribe to Dr. Insanity for that absolutely insane video. Holy shit, man. Oh my god. Wow.